Good morning, student. In last class we have studied about the animal tissues. Okay, already we have started tissues chapter. In that, plant tissues we have completed. In last class we studied about the animal tissue. Just list out, student, what are the different animal tissues we have studied in the last class. Yeah, what are the 4 types of animal tissue? Yes, first one, muscular tissue found in muscles. Second one is a nervous tissue found in nerve cell or brain, or else nerve system we can say, brain, spinal cord, etc. And we have studied all the functions upon that structure also we have studied. Okay, just recall, student, what we have studied in last class. Yes, we have studied, first we will take out the muscular tissue. In muscular tissue, we have studied that there are 3 types, further classified into 3 types. What are those? Yes, they are striated muscle, unstriated muscle and cardiac muscle. What is the meaning of striated? Yeah, striated means it has a light and dark bands. So we have studied, we have drawn a beautiful diagram and we studied the different characteristic of that one. We studied that it has a multinucleated cylindrical shape, upon that it is having no branch, all those things we have studied. Yes, next we studied unstriated muscles. So what is that unstriated? What is the shape of that one? Spindle shape. It is also called a smooth muscle. Yeah, what about the nucleus? How many nucleus are there? Yeah, only one nucleus are there. Yeah, we have drawn the structure also. Okay, next we'll move to the cardiac muscle. In cardiac muscle, what is the main function of cardiac muscle? It is found in a heart, so that it regulate or controlling the function of heart. Yes, that is a blood circulation, all those things. Yes, next we studied about the nervous tissue. In that we have studied how to draw a beautiful diagram for the neuron. Yeah, we have studied different parts also. So in exam also they will ask, draw a neat or labeled diagram, neat and labeled diagram of a neuron, so that you are able to answer that one. Yes, after that we'll study the function of neuron and where it is found. Yes, in today's class we are going to study rest of the animal tissue, that is connective tissue and epithelial tissue. One by one we'll study. First we will see the connective tissue. Write down the heading, tissues. In tissues chapter, yes, tissues, in that already 2 we have studied. Today we are going to study about the connective tissue. Connective tissues. Is connective tissue. Now tell me, student, what it indicates. Connective. Connective means what is that? Yeah, it is connecting. You know that how the cement is connecting to stone or bricks. How it is? Yeah, it is connecting. See how it is? We are using cement to connect to stones. Yes, right? Same as that, in our body there will be a tissue. It acts as a cement. It is connecting our organs or else body parts. Come to know, it connects parts of our body, or else we can say that it connects or binds a body parts, our body parts. Okay, all the parts, whatever we have, different organs, organ systems, all those things are connected with the connective tissue. It is a special type of tissues then. All the tissues are, our body parts or as body organs are connected by a tissue. That tissue is called as connective tissue. Yes, next we will see how the cells are or tissues are. Connective tissues are loosely spaced. What it means loosely spaced? Yeah, loose, it is loosely spaced and embedded in an intercellular matrix. Intercellular matrix. What is that intercellular matrix means? See, matrix means nothing but it is a 3D network of intercellular macromolecules. Yes, come to know it is 3D network. How it is? If you are going to see in 3D-dimensional, we can see this matrix. It is a intercellular macromolecules like enzymes or anything. Okay, that is a connective tissues. Here the matrix may be matrix, or else we can say that is a medium. Okay, medium also we can say. See, this matrix may be jelly like. How the gel? Have you seen any gel? Yeah, same in aloe vera gel, already hair gel we have same as that. It is also some matrix are jelly like and some are like a fluid. How the fluid? Same as that. One more, otherwise it may be a dense means what? Yeah, dense it is, or else very rigid it is. Okay, the matrix may be jelly like, fluid, dense or rigid. I will write here matrix. Come to know now what is matrix? Nothing but a medium it is. It is a medium. Yeah, mediums are either jelly like, or else fluid, or else densities, or else what? It is a rigid. Come to know? Yeah, matrix are like this. Next we will see what are the different types of connective tissues. Yeah, connective tissues are classified into 5 types. There are 5 types of connective tissues. First one, do you know any connective tissue? Any connective tissue, do you know? Yeah, blood is a connective tissue. Any other? Bone is a connective tissue. Cartilage is also a connective tissue. Areolar connective tissue and adipose connective tissue. I will write here. First one, blood. Second one, bone or else bones. Third one, cartilage. Fourth one, areolar connective tissue. Next one is a adipose connective tissue. So all things you have to write here: connective tissue, all those things connective tissues. Yes? Yeah. Next we will see one by one. Yeah. First one, blood. You know that what is blood? Yeah, blood. What is the color of blood? Yeah, do you know the shape of blood cells? In first class I have drawn, we studied that. The shape of blood cells, how it will be spherical in shape they are. Yeah, next we'll see the blood. Just think of student, what will be the matrix then? How will be the matrix? Either it is a solid, it is a gas, or else what a fluid. Which one it may be? Yeah, that is a fluid connective tissue. Fluid connective tissue it is because bloods are flowing always. So it is having it is a fluid connective tissue with hard matrix. Come to know fluid connective tissues. Next, do you know blood plasma? Yeah, in what is there in blood plasma? Blood plasma has, yes, WBC, RBCs and platelets. These are the blood cells. In blood plasma we can see the blood cells. They are RBC, red blood cell, white blood cell and platelets. Yes? Yeah. Next, it is also contain proteins also there, salts also there, hormones also there in the blood. Okay, that is the fluid connective tissues with hard matrix, and it has, the plasma has WBC, RBC, platelets, proteins, salts and hormones. Yes, come to know. Now tell me student, what is the main function of blood? What it is doing in our body? Blood. Yes, bloods are the transporting. So it is transporting the materials. It transport gases, carbon dioxide and oxygen. Upon that, digestive food also carried about whom? That is also blood itself. Hormones are upon that waste material. All the waste materials are carried out by whom? That is blood itself. So blood is having the blood's having the different functions, that is transport gas, upon that digested food also transported, hormones transported, waste materials also transporting by whom? Blood. Okay, this is about the blood. So that we completed about the blood connective tissue. Yes, next we'll move to the bone. It is also a connective tissue, bone. Do you know bone? Have you seen any bone in your lab or anywhere? Yeah. Which bone? We can see the skeleton. Yeah. So that, tell me student, what will be the matrix then here? Whether it is fluid matrix or is gas? No, it is a hard matrix it should be. Solid matrix it should be. Because bones are very strong, right? Yeah. Bones are giving strength to us. Then bones should be strong. So that what bones are having or cartilage with hard matrix is called as bone. Next, bone is composed of calcium and phosphorus. You all know that. If you are drinking more or else if you are taking more calcium and phosphorus, what a different sources of food means, we can get what a more number of calcium and phosphorus means our bone will be fit then, strong then. Yeah, so that it has what it composed of calcium and phosphorus. Yes. Next, sometime what happen in our body, in many places we can see a bone is connected by another bone. Many times, you see, if you are taking your finger as an example or as hand as an example, in finger, look at here, one bone here, we can bend like this, one bone is connected with another bone, or else our hand, one bone is connected with another bone. Yeah, how it is connecting, already we come to know that all the organs, all those things, it is connected by connective tissue. See here, a bone is connected by another bone with another connective tissue means we are calling that as a ligaments. What? Ligaments. I will write here. See, bone, there are two ligaments. Come to know student, ligaments. Ligaments means what? Yeah, one bone is connected by another bone with the connective tissue. That is called as ligament. Sometime what happened? Bone is connected by muscles. Yes, right? See here, one bone is there, muscle is there. So, if we are saying he is a muscle man, so bone is connected with a muscle. So, bone is connected with a muscle means there we can see one more type of connective tissue, that is called as tendon. Come to know, a bone is connected by muscle with another connective tissue are called tendon. Tendon, here I will write tendon. Yes, so in bone we got 2 points once again, that is ligament and tendon. What is ligament? Ligaments are nothing but a bone is connected by another bone with the connective tissue is called as ligament. Tendon means what? A bone is connected by muscle with connective tissue, that is called as tendon. Come to know, in exam they will ask write the difference between ligament and tendon, so that you have to or you are able to write the answer. Come to know, student. Yes. Next, tendons are fibrous tissues with great strength it has, but limited flexibility. Look at here, tendons are fibrous tissues. So it is like a fiber, tissues are like a fiber with great strength, it has a great strength but limited flexibility, so that we can't bend tendon but we can bend the ligament. See here we can bend our hands. because here one bone and one bone, there we can see the ligaments. Here in this part we can see the ligament. So ligaments, it is more flexible. But what about the ligament, tendon here? Tendon means this part. See, what a muscle with bone connecting. We can't bend or flexible. It is not flexible. This part, it is not flexible. But we can move this part. It is not flexible. Come to know, the tendon are having limited flexibility, but the ligaments are more flexible in their nature. So that come to know about bone. Bone tissues are, bone is a connective tissue with hard matrix composed of calcium and phosphorus. There are 2 points, that is a ligament and tendon. Ligament means what? A bone is connected by another bone with the connective tissue is called as ligament, more flexible. But the tendon is, a bone is connected by muscle with another connective tissue, but it is less flexible. It is having the fibrous tissues and it has a great strength. Yes, so that understood now about the bone as a connective tissue. Next we will move the cartilages. Do you know the cartilage connective tissue? Any cartilage connective tissue? Yes, cartilage connective tissues are present or found in our nose or else in our ear. Because of that, we can see earlobes we can bend. Our earlobes we can bend, or else nose also we can see, it is elastic in nature, right? It is elastic in nature. Because of that we can, any bone we can bend. If you are going to bend the bone means what will happen? Yeah, there will be any it will be break then, so that we can bend the cartilages because it is elastic in nature. But it has a solid matrix. It has a solid matrix composed of proteins and sugars. It has protein and sugar, but it is inelastic in nature. Come to know, so that we can bend our earlobes or else nose, all those things. It is also found in trachea and larynx. Do you know what is larynx? Yeah, larynx is nothing but it is our sound box or as voice box we can say. We have the sound box, that is the larynx. It is present somewhere here. Okay, if you are going to touch here and try to speak, we can feel the voice box. Here we can just try it, student. What you have to do? You have to place your hand or finger here and you have to speak, so that it is here we can feel that it is we have the sound box. Dum 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 sound will come, yeah, while we are speaking. Yeah, that is about the cartilage. Cartilage means it is a connective tissue with solid matrix composed of protein and sugar, found in nose, ear, trachea and larynx. Okay, that's about the cartilage. So that we have completed 3 of the connective tissue. Next we will move to one more connective tissue, that is the areolar connective tissue. Areolar connective tissue. See, areolar connective tissues are found between the skin and muscle. Then tell me where it will be? Yeah, all the parts of our body we can see. After the skin, in between the skin and muscles, we can see that one. See here, if it is a skin, next muscle, joining that is connected by whom? Areolar connective tissue. Come to know? Yes, it is also present around the blood vessels. All the parts of our body we can see the areolar connective tissue. Next, we'll see what is the functions of this one. What it is doing? Supports the internal organs, right? All the organs are supported by whom? Areolar connective tissue. If just think of student, areolar connective tissues are not there means what will happen to our internal organs? It won't straight or else it won't stand straight. What will happen? It will bend or it will fall down. So all the body parts, our internal organs are connected or supported by whom? Areolar connective tissue. and it also helps for the repair of the tissue. Okay, repair of the tissue. So that we have completed areolar connective tissue. Where it is found? Yes, in between the skin and muscle. Next we will move to the adipose connective tissue. Adipose connective tissues are found between the skin and internal organs. Between the skin and between the internal organs. The cells of these tissues are filled with fat globules. See, name itself indicates adipose means it has fat globules in that. Fat, it stores fat. So the function is, it is going to store the fat what is there in our body. Come to know, it acts as an insulator. Do you know what is the function of insulator? Yes, same as that. If you are taking a simple example, a piece of tree or anything, see, if it is dried or anything, so what will happen? That is act as an insulator. Same as that, it is also acting as an insulator. Okay, this is also known as body fat. So it is storing the fat. So that we have completed all the 5 types of connective tissue. Yes, next we will move to the epithelial tissues. Epithelial tissue, I will write here last animal tissue, it is 4th one. This is the epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissues. Yes, epithelial tissues. Yeah, we come to know that connective tissues are connecting the organs or the body parts. Epithelial tissues covers the most organs and cavities within the body. Come to know the difference. Connective tissues are connecting the different parts or the organs, but here epithelial tissues covers most organs and the cavities present in our body. Come to know, it is a protective covering. Then it is protective covering forming a continuous sheet. Continuous sheet it is. Okay. Next, sometimes we can see these epithelial tissues in one layer. It is only one layer we can see. Okay, such epithelial tissues are called as simple epithelial tissues. Sometimes in some places we can see they are arranged in the patterns of layers. Okay, one by one, like this layers. It is like a book, how the pages are arranged in the book. Same as that, we can see the epithelial tissues in our body. Okay, so that is arranged in a patterns of layer. Such epithelial tissues are called as stratified epithelial tissues. I will write here. First one is a simple epithelial tissue. Yes, simple epithelial tissue. Second one is a stratified. Come to know, stratified epithelial tissue it is. So that simple epithelial and stratified epithelial tissue, 2 types it is. Okay, simple means what? It is having only one layer of cells or else one layer of tissues. In stratified epithelium we can see more than one arranged in a patterns of layers are called as stratified epithelial tissues. These are the 2 types of classification of epithelial tissue based on the layers of the tissues. Come to know. Next, depending upon shape and function, it is further classified into 4 types. Come to know this one by taking as an which one? Layers. How many layers are there in the epithelial? 2 types of classification by seeing that depending upon the shape and function, these epithelial tissues are classified into 4 types. First one, squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial tissue, columnar epithelial tissue and glandular epithelial tissue. Okay, write down student. I will say first one, squamous epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial, second one. Third one columnar epithelial, fourth one glandular epithelial. Depending on shape and function, the epithelial tissues are classified into how many types? 4 types. What are those? First one, squamous epithelial tissue. Second one, cuboidal epithelial tissue. Third one, columnar epithelial tissue. And fourth one, glandular epithelial tissue. Okay, these are the 4 types of epithelial tissue. We'll see one by one. Yes, first one, squamous epithelial tissue. See, these tissues are found in the lining of mouth and esophagus. See, this one we can see under the microscope or observe under the microscope. If just we are taking just we can do like this, here the lining of mouth inside here, inside of our mouth, this place, just you are going to take out, just simply you can do like this, and if you are going to see under the microscope, putting to the glass slide, we can see this one, a round shape, it is, see, like this, almost round like this, we can see this is a epithelial tissue, that is a squamous epithelial tissues present in or is found in mouth and esophagus. What is esophagus? We know that where it is present, yeah, in our respiratory tract, that is a esophagus. Yes, next one more is a cuboidal epithelial tissue here, cuboidal epithelial tissue. Tell me student, what will be the shape of the cuboidal epithelium then? Yes, the name itself indicates it has a cube structure, cube-like tissues, that is the cells, cube-like cells we can see. Okay, it is present in the lining of kidney tubules and salivary gland. The shape is cubic. Come to know. Next we'll move to the columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium. Tell me student, what will be the shapes then? Cuboidal means that is a cube shape. Columnar means, what is the shape of columnar means, which shape it is? Yes, that is a pillar-like structure. How the pillars are? Same as that we can see. Okay, the columnar epithelials are the pillar-shaped. Have you seen pillars? Is in any construction, if you are going to see any house construction or school construction, there we can see the pillars, how they are using pillars. Same as that we have in our body, that is a columnar epithelial tissues. Yes, next it is present in the intestine, and intestine we can see this columnar epithelium. Sometimes these columnar epithelial tissues are having the small hair-like structure, that is called as cilia. Do you know what is cilia? Cilia means that is a small hair-like structure. Okay, in paramecium and all we can say that one, same small hair-like structure, that is for the locomotory organ of the paramecium. Yes, the same cilia are present in our body, that is in the lining of respiratory tract. In respiratory tract, there will be a columnar epithelium with cilia. Come to know, intestine we can see, and villi of intestine and all we can see. Yes, next one, fourth one, that is a glandular epithelium. What it means glandular? Name itself indicates glandular epithelium. These epitheliums are present in where? In glands. Gland cells or gland tissues are having the glandular epithelium, epithelial tissues. Next, what is the function of gland? It secretes different, whatever, if it is a salivary gland, it is secreting saliva. Different juices are it is going to secrete, or it is helping for the secretion of the respective enzymes or proteins, whatever it is going to secrete. Okay, enzymes or anything. Okay, so it is present, the epithelial surface, it is fully present in the surface of that gland. Yes, that's all about the different types of epithelial tissue. Okay, sometimes they will ask in exam, write the types of epithelial tissue based on the shape and function. That time you have to write this one. Otherwise, if you are by seeing the layers of tissues, you have to write simple and stratified. Okay, that is different. This is different. Okay, so we have completed epithelial tissues also. Next, we'll recall what we have studied in today's class. Just we'll recall, student, what we have studied in today's class. First, we have studied about the two types of animal tissues, that is epithelial and connective tissue. First, we'll move to the epithelial tissue. Already we have discussed. So first, it covers most organ and cavities within our body. Protective covering forming continuous sheet. And there are two types, simple epithelium and complex epithelium. Stratified epithelium. Next, we have studied, depending upon the shape and function, further classified into four types: squamous, cuboidal, columnar and glandular epithelium. We have studied where it is found. All differently we have studied where it is found. Yes. Next, we will move to the connective tissue. Yeah, connective tissues means what? Nothing but it is connecting different organs, like a cement it is. How the cements are connecting the stones, same as that in our body there will be a tissue, it is going to connect the organs. Yes, that is called as connective tissue. They are loosely spaced, embodied in an intercellular matrix. This is the important point, student, matrix. Yes. Next, we have studied that matrix may be jelly-like, fluid or dense or rigid it may be. Yes. Next, the types, 5 types are there: blood, bone, cartilage, areolar and adipose. Blood, it is a fluid connective tissue. Upon that, what is the function of blood? We have discussed already. Bone is a hard matrix. What is the function of bone? It is going to give the strength to us so that we can stand straight. Yes. Upon that, these connective tissues are helping for the straight standing of our heart and respiratory, that is our lungs. Which is that bone? That is a ribs. Ribs are going to cover our or else protect our heart and lungs. Okay, same as that, our brain also protected by whom? A skull, that is also a connective tissue, that is a skull is a type of bone, so it is also a connective tissue. So protecting tissue it is. Next, ligaments and tendons, new terms. What is ligament? Connected. Bone is connected by bone with the connective tissue, that is a ligament. Bone is connected by muscle with the connective tissue, that is a tendon. We have studied which is more flexible. Yes. Next, cartilage, it is found in ear knobs. Upon that, earlobes and nose we said, because it is in elastic nature, so that we can bend our earlobe, and else we can also bend our or else change the shape of or turns nose also, because it is present over there, so it is elastic in nature. Next, areolar connective tissue. Areolar connective tissue means where it is found between the skin and the muscles. I have shown where it is present. Yes. Next, it is repairing of tissue, that is a function of this one. It helps in the repair of tissues. Yes. One more, it supports internal organs, that is also a function of that one. Yes. Next, the skin. Next, we'll move to the adipose connective tissue. What it is, adipose, where it is found? Yeah, between skin, internal organs, or else upon that, the adipose. The meaning of adipose, it is having the fat globules in that. So it is going to store the fat. Yes, known as body fat. It is also act as an insulator. Yes, so that we completed our tissues chapter. Yes, we'll recap this. I will give you the question what we have studied today. Next, we'll recall what we have studied from the beginning. Okay, so in small. Yes, first we'll write down write down today's questions. What are the different types of animal tissues? What is the function of epithelial tissue? Write down its types and explain. Yes. Next question. What is connective tissue? What are the different types of connective tissue? Write a note on bone. Okay, what is the difference between tendon and ligaments? Yeah, these are the today's question. Next we will recall what we have studied from the beginning, okay, in only 2 minutes. Yes, first we will move to the plant tissue. In plant tissue, what and all we have studied? There are two types, meristematic and permanent. What are the different types of meristematic tissues? Yes, we have studied apical, intercalary, and one more. Yes, that is correct. Next we studied about the permanent tissue, in that simple permanent and complex permanent. In simple permanent, once again we have studied that in detail. We have studied upon that complex permanent, different. There the new questions like parenchyma, collenchyma, write a short note on parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, epidermal tissue, all those things. Write the functions of stomata also they will ask, okay, all those things. Next we will move to the animal tissue. In last class we have studied the muscular tissue. In that, what are the types of muscular tissues? Muscular tissues are classified into 3 types. They are, yes, striated, non-striated, and heart muscle. Striated means it has the striations. What is the other characteristic? Just recall, just remember student, what are the other characteristics we have studied? Next we have studied about the smooth muscle. It is also called as involuntary. Why it is called as involuntary, and why we are calling voluntary muscle as a striated muscle? You have to answer that one. After that we have studied about the heart muscle. In heart muscle, what is the function of heart muscle? It is also called as cardiac muscle. Yes, after that we have studied the nerve system, or else neuron, nervous tissues. In that we have studied the diagrams. So there are four important diagrams are there in this chapter. First one, stratified muscle, voluntary muscles, involuntary muscles diagram, and heart muscles diagram, 3 muscles diagram. Upon that, 1 neurons diagram. This is very important diagram. Sometimes they will ask, along with the diagram you have to explain, or else they will ask the difference between these 3 types of muscular tissue, so that you are able to answer. Okay, thank you students.